Okay, today I'm filming in my front yard. This is my handicap ramp, 54 feet long, and the VA paid for it a couple years ago. Best thing that ever happened to me, because otherwise I have to go up those 9 steps. Well, I'm not here to talk to you about that, but I want to talk to you about this. Zepbound 7.5. Okay, I've been on Zepbound for 13 months now, and I've lost 46 pounds. And I've lost, before that I lost about 15 pounds. So I want to tell you that Zepbound, it works, but there's side effects, and the biggest one is constipation. So you got to make sure you get enough fiber, stool softener, something, because if you're not aware of what you're eating, you're going to be in big trouble. I tell you, there's a few times that I had constipation real bad. It was like taking a Le Mans class. I'm trying to push, you know, and I couldn't push that baby out. So if you don't want to go through the pain of that, make sure you have your fiber. Make sure you got a good laxative. Make sure. So the other thing that's kind of puzzling about this is this is through the VA, and that not only do you have to take this, but they want you to be on a diet. And I'm going, what are you talking about? Be on a diet? Well, I can do that without the Zepbound. So anyways, I'm taking this, but you got to kind of watch. You got to eat a balanced diet. So don't be eating greasy food, stuff like that. Zepbound helps, but you got to help it. So just like on the 600-pound life, focus on protein, fiber, because without that you're really not gonna have any progress. So the other bad side effect for me is heartburn. So when I lay down, and you gotta wait probably a good 5-6 hours before you lay down to go to bed, you're gonna have all that stuff in your stomach come back up, and you'll have a lot of heartburn, or you'll have vomit in the back of your throat. And well, you know, that's always fun. But so those are the 2 biggest problems for me. Now, have I followed a diet? No. Yet I've lost some weight. Can you believe that? The other thing is this medication slows down your digestive. Slows down your digestive. Excuse me. Slows down your digestive system, and so things take a little longer to go through. And the whole reason is that if you slow down your digestion, then you won't be hungry as much. Now, sometimes I won't eat breakfast until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and then other times, I'm just super hungry. I can't explain it. So, along with that is a little bit of exercise won't hurt. Now, the whole reason for this ramp is that I have a pinched nerve on my back, sciatica. Now, you should call it sciatica because it drives me nuts. And so it's hard for me to do most anything. I have been walking. My pastor bought me a pass, and we go walking at the Hodag Dome. So, plus I've been doing a lot of walking on my own. So now next week, 2 weeks from now, on the 9th, the Hodag Dome will reopen. So that's gonna help. Anyways, so another thing is drink a lot of water. It really helps things move along. So I'm trying to think of what else to tell you about this medication. I know it's expensive, but the VA pays for mine. I think it's like $300 a month. So this injection is good for 1 week. What else is there? So, the VA stays in touch with me, and try to find out how I'm doing, when they should change my dose and stuff like that. So it all comes through the mail in a insulated box with ice packs. So I haven't had any trouble with that. So my biggest problem probably would be portion control. So I really should be eating smaller meals. So you say, well, you lost 45 pounds in a year. You should feel better. Nope, I'm still fat. I don't feel any better. This pinched nerve in my back, I don't know. I think even if I was 150 pounds, half of what I weigh now, I would still have trouble. But anyways, we just take it one step at a time. I can only do what I can do. Now, I just had a miracle moment. My lawnmower was broken. And you won't believe this. I fixed it. When you pull back on the throttle, on the handle there, well, the throttle cable's not pulling that arm all the way back. And so it was on the kill switch instead of the on switch. So I took it apart, cleaned it up, and oiled it up, and we're working now. Usually I'm not very mechanical, but sometimes God shows mercy even to old men and fools. Once again, don't let your problem become a major problem. You know, you say, well, why do you get so heavy? And I don't know. A lot of it's over depression. I was trying to kill myself with food. I thought for sure I would have had my first heart attack or stroke by now, or a pulmonary embolism or something. I really didn't expect to live this long because the warranty ran out on my body. So then I started watching the 600-Pound Life, you know, and I seen some of them people, and they couldn't even get out of bed. So their bed was their bed, their toilet, their everything, you know. And I go, man, what keeps you alive when you're 700, 800, 900 pounds? What keeps you alive? And I just don't get it. So I didn't really want to go that route. But when I moved here to Rhinelander, and there's a small VA clinic here, and the doctor, I don't know, she was kind of, well, I had asked for this medication, but at the time, it was hard to get. The VA couldn't get it. So you had to have already had your first heart attack or stroke in order to qualify. But once the medication was more available and the price came down, then I was able to get it. And you know, sometimes it works good and you see results, and other times you kind of plateau. So don't be jumping on the scale every day expecting to see a pound missing. It's just, you know, let God do his work through the medication, and wait and see what happens. Be patient. But if you are able, if you're not a picky eater like me, if you're able to eat a balanced diet, if you're able to exercise and take this medication, you will do good. If you're lazy and don't want to work the program, good luck. It may not happen for you. All I can say is this medication has helped by God's grace and mercy. So God works through people, God works through medication. So anyways, if you don't take care of yourself and you end up being old and fat, it's not a good thing. So my major problem is I overate and I didn't care. Don't let it be your major problem. I forgot one thing. Remember Hans and Franz from Saturday Night Live? They said, don't be fat and flabby. No, we're gonna pump you up. Well, I hope that encourages you.